we are going to discuss about destructuring in JavaScript, how it works and how we can use it in different use cases. Will you start? So what is destructuring? Destructuring is a way you can extract values from array or from an JavaScript object. We'll see one by one with an example. First we will see with an array how we can destructure an array and we can receive those values in some variables. Let's start. Let me take some example. So you consider you are having let num equals to and this kind of an array where you have values 1 2 3 and you can have n values in an array. So we have num. Now if I have to extract all of these values one by one in variables, how can we do that? Let me try like this. Let we can have, let's say, a b and c. If you want all three values, you can have like this and you can have num. So this is the way you can extract all of your values from a num array and those values will be assigned to these variables a, b and c. Now let me try to print now num first, initially num basically, and then let me try to print a and then let me try to print b and then c. Okay, let me save it and let me run this code. You should be able to see here, first we got our array and then second we printed individually values of a and b and c. You can see we are getting 1 2 and 3. This is a one simple example how we can use destructuring in an array. Now let's see example in an object. So consider we have let person and let's create one object, give it as a name, give a Anand, let's give comma and let's give age. You can say its age is 25. Okay, this is our basic simple JavaScript object with a name of person. Now if I have to extract the values of name and age from this object, how I can do that? It is very simple. What I will do, make it again the same, but here you can see I was just make sure the structure, just follow the same structure. Within for an array you need to use here square brackets. For an object, if you want to destructure, then you need to use curly brackets. So we'll give us a name and age. So we want name and age from person. So make sure this name and age, this variable should be same as that you have given, so whichever property you want. Okay, so let me comment out this one and let me try to print first person and let me try to print the values one by one. Name, let me try to print as age. Okay, let me try to save and let me just print it. Here you can see first we got our object, it has name. Here you can see I got my answer is Anand and age 25. Let me change this to name 1. Let me try to save this and let's see what will happen now. We can see, okay, just a second, here name 1 and let me try to rerun the code and you can see in the first value I'm getting is undefined because this name 1 does not exist in this object, right? It does not exist in this person object, that's why it is giving me undefined. So make sure whenever you are destructuring an object, the name whatever you are giving or the variable name that you are doing it here, it should be exactly same with the property that you have given in an object. So that's the way you can do it with this. Let me tell you one more cool way of doing this destructuring in case of function you might have used in React mostly. Let me try. So let's create a function here. We'll create a function name as a something like just print. Let's give it a name as a print. And here for now just keep it like this. Let me call this function. But before calling this function, let me create a object first or maybe an array. Consider this we are having let name equals to another name I can have maybe Anand here. Second one I can have maybe Ajit here. So I have an array with two names, that Anand and Ajit. Now I'll try to call this, but I'll pass the name, the complete object. Okay, this is the way. Let me just call this name one here. Just it will not give us a warning. Okay, I think I have already used it here, this name one. Let me just try to change it to name. Okay, so I can say here name one and name one. Now I have passed a name one here. I am passing an array. But here, let's say I want these individual values, right? Simply I can do again here the same structure you need to follow. I can do like a comma b, and I'll just log these two values here. Just consider names, and here just pass a comma b. That's it. Just pass comma here. We are calling this name one. Let me just try to run this function. You can see I'm getting names Anand and Ajit, right? This is a very simple way. Just a one simple example. Now same way you can do it for an object as well. Let me copy this object. Here I'm calling this, and now need to do this here, and I'll call name comma age. And this will come up here. I'll just do simply age here. Then just try to save it and let's run the code. And I'm able to get name this Anand and 25, right? So this is a very simple and the best way to showcase this destructuring, how powerful and how cool it is actually. It is very tricky, and it comes handy whenever you will use it more often. Then it will definitely come in handy, and it is very useful in our development as well. So bye bye, take care. We'll see you in the next video.